You checked every single box they taught you. Yet here you are at 35, opening your bank app every Sunday night, feeling that familiar knot tighten in your stomach. That checklist was supposed to lead you to a completely different life. The cold blue light of your phone hits your face at 9:47 p.m. Thumb swipes down. The balance doesn't budge. Your shoulders are still tense. You know you did everything right. The degree, the internships, the promising career. But every time you look at those numbers, one question loops in your head. I did everything they asked, so why isn't it enough? Listen, this isn't about laziness. This is about your brain still waiting for a contract that the previous generation tore to shreds halfway through. If this hits you exactly where you're sitting alone right now, just know you are not alone. So, where exactly was that checklist supposed to lead you? It's 9:47 p.m., Sunday night. You're sitting alone on that old sofa, the blue light of your phone reflecting off your tired face. Your thumb swipes down to refresh the bank balance. It doesn't budge. That familiar knot starts to tighten in your stomach. You did everything right. You checked every box. But the real life they promised you? It hasn't started yet. Your brain is still waiting for a miracle to happen after all that exhausting effort. This low-level anxiety has become a habit now, making you forget what a good night's sleep even feels like. And yet, you keep calling this internal torture normal. But that checklist, where exactly was it supposed to lead you? Your parents owned a home by 25. You're 35 and you're still renting. Remember being 22? Holding that degree, thinking the path was crystal clear? Your brain signed an unwritten contract. Work hard and every door opens. But with every passing year, the wealth gap between you and your parents just keeps widening. You keep asking yourself, they did it at 25, so why can't I? Listen, that isn't laziness. That is a contract torn to shreds right in the middle of the game. For the first time in American history, a generation is financially worse off than their parents, despite checking every single box. And now, your brain is starting to react in a way that no one talks about. You're smiling in the photo, but inside, you're not. You open LinkedIn over breakfast, and your shoulders tense up the moment you see a former colleague's promotion. That isn't your personality. That's your brain building a wall of surface-level narcissism to protect you, while underneath, the anxiety and loneliness are skyrocketing. The gap between the promise and the reality has turned you into someone who is both driven and completely burned out. You've become high-achieving, but you never feel like enough. You keep asking yourself, how much better do I have to be just to be accepted? This is your brain trying to claw back what was lost. And then social media arrives, making everything so much worse. Facebook was born when you were 8. Instagram arrived when you were 14. Think back to age 15, spending 20 minutes tweaking a filter before hitting post, your heart racing while waiting for the likes to roll in. You are the first generation to build a public identity in front of millions while your brain was still developing. Your self-worth became hardwired to likes and comments. It made your soul so fragile that it could shatter overnight after just one low-engagement post. You started asking, if no one likes this, do I even exist? Listen, you weren't showing off. The truth is, you were running a survival campaign just to stay afloat. Until 2008, when everything came crashing down. Your parents launched at age 22. You are still standing on a runway that leads to nowhere. Think back to 2008, when you were anywhere between 12 and 27. That was the moment the rules were rewritten without a single warning. You graduated in 2009, sent out hundreds of resumes, only to be met with silence or dead-end short-term contracts. Your brain learned a bitter new reality, that effort no longer guarantees a result. You delayed the house, the marriage, the kids, simply because the basic math no longer adds up. You keep asking yourself, why was everything so easy for them? Listen, that wasn't a failure to launch. The truth is, Your runway was stripped away before you even had a chance to take off. And that's when you stopped trusting everyone. You're great at looking outward, but looking inward, that's the hard part. In heated debates with friends, you raise your voice, claiming the system is rigged. But then you go home and lie awake at night, because deep down, you know you're also waiting for the world to adjust to you. Your critical thinking is sharp when pointed at others, but blunt when pointed at yourself. And sometimes you actually benefit from your own pain. It keeps you safe in a victim loop, instead of forcing you to rewrite your own rules. You keep asking, why don't they understand me? Listen, that's not entitlement. That is just a habit that has never been challenged. And that is exactly why your nervous system never gets a break. Your shoulders are still tense every single night, even though you did everything right. The lights are out, the room is pitch black, but your body refuses to let go, and sleep is always out of reach. This is the price your body pays for 20 years of running in emergency mode in a world with no off switch. Your nervous system was designed to outrace bears in the woods, but now it's struggling against debt, the market, and the endless feeds. The fear of falling behind tells you that you can never rest. This chronic burnout has turned into a deep cynicism, making you feel like nothing you do will ever be enough. But listen to me, you aren't weak. The truth is, you weren't broken. You were just overloaded, and now you have a different choice. You don't need to be stronger, you just need to see more clearly. For the first time in years, try turning off your phone on a Sunday night. Don't open the bank app. Just let your shoulders drop, even if it's only for 5 minutes. This isn't toxic positivity, it's learned optimism. It's looking at the exact same harsh reality and choosing a different response. The old way is permanent burnout. The new way is being tired, but with intention. You start to wonder, maybe I don't have to keep running like this. This isn't the story of a quitter. This is the story of someone who got tired enough to finally start being honest. If this hits you in the middle of the night, just know you are not alone. You aren't broken. The truth is, you're just carrying a nervous system designed for an old world forced to run non-stop in a new one with no off switch. You are the first generation to clearly see the contract that was torn to shreds, yet you're still the one paying the price for it every Sunday night. Remember this. You weren't broken. You were just overloaded. If tonight you find yourself opening that bank app again and your shoulders just won't let go, leave a comment with one word: overload. No long explanations needed. Just a way to know that someone else feels exactly the same way. And if you want to understand more about how this generation's brain actually functions, you know what to do. The lights are out. The screen goes dark. And for the first time in a very long time, your shoulders drop just a little.